The name for the River Murray down our way is Mirundi. Now Mirundi is the veins of the river for us and it's our livelihood.
A living Murray for me is when you can just wander down the bush and there's water on the floodplain, there's birds calling, frogs croaking, you've got fish that are just moving around.
A living Murray for me is a connected, functioning river. So it's a river that can support the processes and the animals that live in it.
As a youngster, growing up in the 50s, there was always ample water in the rivers, and by the time the 90s come round, you could see a significant difference, and it was very obvious to me that something had to be done. So when the Living Murray come along, I mean, it was only an inception at the time, but let's have a crack at this. So I was only too willing to get involved.
When the first step decision was made to get environmental water onto country for environmental outcomes, it meant a lot for our mob down our way.
It was pretty obvious at that time that although we were getting some water, the river as a whole was in trouble and the wetlands and floodplains were reflecting those issues. So yeah, I can really see why a decision had to be made at that point.
The first step decision was incredibly significant. It really set the tone for the journey of restoring the Murray River to health and really set us on the pathway for the broader water reforms that we're seeing now throughout the Murray-Darling Basin.
The thing I'm most proud of is the cooperation that was achieved between governments and between scientists and river operators, people with environmental backgrounds coming together with engineers and river operators to try and figure out how to do the best thing.
I'm proud of so many things that the Living Murray has achieved so far. Obviously there's been a huge amount of work that's been put into planning and constructing infrastructure to be able to deliver water. Delivering water and seeing the ecological outcomes and seeing the forest and the rivers start to come back and recover.
There's a lot to be proud of. There's still a lot of things that aren't quite right.
What I'd like to see in the next 20 years is folding of what we've learnt, all the science that we've learnt back into how we need to manage the river system.
And we need to work together through those challenges to make sure that we can reach these outcomes that we've been seeing in the last couple of years with the flooding.
I think thinking about things in a connected way, not treating icon sites as patches in the landscape, but thinking how they are connected to the river, expanding that thinking into the Darling River system, and really trying to manage the river in a holistic, connected way.
It's going to have to take science, communication, traditional owner input and leadership, the youth being involved, and also making sure that we're all going on the same trajectory with the same goals and vision.
Ensuring that that river is in a sustainable state for future generations is incredibly important.